Welcome to the Life Multiplied podcast, where we sit down with local community members to hear their stories and learn what they love about the Bloomington-Normal community. All right, well, welcome to the Life Multiplied podcast. Today I have Crystal with me. If you would just like to go ahead and introduce yourself.
Oh, hi. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah.
I am Crystal. I transferred here to ISU and met my husband, and we've been married almost 20 years, and we have 2 teenage boys in sports that keep us busy, and I'm the owner of Crystal Clear Professional Organizing.
No, you're good. And so where are you originally from?
Tilling Park area, south suburbs of Chicago.
So not too far.
Not too far.
Okay, so yeah, you are the owner of Crystal Clear Professional Organizing, and if you kind of just want to just give us a background on what that is, if people aren't familiar what it is.
Yeah, so it is, I'm a decluttering expert and professional organizer. So I go into homes, and I'm so thankful that people are vulnerable and invite me into their homes, because that is a big deal. And I take that very seriously. It means a lot to me that they trust me to do that. And we are going through the spaces that drive them nuts and frustrate them and overwhelm them and are stress paralyzing. So to me, it doesn't overwhelm me in other people's homes for some reason. And so I'm able to declutter, ask the right questions, and really help them through the process of that and letting go and talking through what's hanging them up.
Sure. And so what inspired you to start this? And then when did you start this?
So great questions. So I wondered what I wanted to do when I grew up. Like, that's what I was like wondering. And
that's what we all ask ourselves.
Yeah. And it's like, what do I enjoy doing that wouldn't feel like work is really how that came about. And this is how I actually got my name too. I was like, it was crystal clear as to I was supposed to declutter and organize.
Yeah. The name works.
Yes. So I enjoyed doing it in my home since we moved and built a house 7 years ago. Every space was very purposeful and planned out, and then I was doing it for family and friends without realizing I was doing it, and they really appreciated it, and then it became crystal clear to do it. So I've been doing it. I've been in business for over 4 years.
Okay. I know I'm a big organizational person, so I get that. I'm not a fan of clutter, and when I first saw what this organizing business was, the first thing I thought was Marie Kondo. Yeah. So do you love her? Do you read her stuff, watch her stuff?
I do. That sparks joy.
Yes.
I mean, it has its place, and it works for some people. I just more ask the questions: do you use it? Do you love it? And we talk through that. If it sparks joy for somebody, great.
Sure.
Then they get to keep it. But I do want people to light up when they see what they're keeping and love it.
Right.
And so I'm more about that approach. But I have seen her and followed her and many other minimalists and organizers. Yeah.
Sure. Okay, do you want to highlight on a specific project that maybe you recently worked on, or one that stands out to you that maybe was not only life-changing for them, but had an impact on you?
Oh, great question. So I had a client, she wanted help in her laundry room, and then more because she didn't know if we'd work well together or she'd like me, and you have to find that fit. And we're still friends. Like, we call each other friends. Like, she's my friend and client. But it turned into a whole home project, and that was so exciting. And I now still decorate for her and take down Christmas decorations because I organized them all. Okay. And she didn't think I would want to tackle her basement and didn't want to show me, and then she did, and I literally got excited, and she thought I was crazy and laughed at me. And so I've worked with her and her husband, and I just love that project. But another project that I'm calling this my passion project with purpose. I'm going to be collaborating with the Habitat for Humanity.
That's awesome.
And I was wondering how I could give back. Living generously has always been a big part of who I am, and I wanted my business to be a part of that. And so they have 5 homes that they built, and so I didn't realize there was 5 at the time, but I met with Jolene from the Habitat for Humanity, and I'm going to help bless them with some things to start off with and organize and supplies and some things. And so I'm really excited about that. So that's in the works right now.
Yeah, no, that's exciting to hear that, yes, you have your clients and who you normally work with, but I mean, getting out there and working with, nonprofits and putting your expertise or using your expertise towards them. So that's exciting.
It is. It really is full
yeah.
circle because I donate my clients' items to the Restore, and I shop the Restore before purchasing new, and now I get to do this. So it is just full circle. I love it.
So just a quick question I'm curious about. Do you have clients? I know you said the lady that you're now kind of friends and work with her throughout the year, but do you have other clients that you go back to more than once, or is it some of them just like a one-time thing?
Yeah, great question. So sometimes it's a one and done. Most of the time, like it might start with one space, but then they love the progress and like the transformation that has been done. So then we do several areas, and then several clients have become like a whole home project. And then I have gone back. I do offer maintenance, but I have gone back to several homes and done more projects. Or as they have lived their real life and things happen, need a refresh or a restart in that space. And so I've already done it. And so it makes it even more simple because I already worked with them, know what they want to keep, know what's garbage. Like I already have permission from them. Yeah. And then they get to choose absolutely what is donation and definitely trash, but
Okay, awesome. So do you have any tips or specific resources, say for somebody who is possibly looking to declutter their home or organize it? And obviously you are a resource, but any other tips or anything you'd like to share on that?
Yeah, so I would definitely say have your mindset set to let go and want to change. If you're not in the right mindset, I wouldn't even start, honestly. I would definitely know your why for wanting to do it. That is super important because otherwise some people, when they attempt it, they just end up being a stuff shuffler. And then that's not accomplishing any goal. Sure. And they're actually getting more frustrated just continuing to see the stuff. So I also definitely recommend starting small. That is really important. Just start small, and then the motivation and that will trickle and keep you wanting to make progress and change.
Okay. Yeah. So, that's a great tip. Do you have any specific tools for people to use? And I know we kind of talked about this and touched on this a little bit before we started, but if you'd like to share on that.
So I say the process is crystal clear on how to clear clutter. And so choose an area to start. That's the start small. And then L, like items sorted together. And E, I'm going through this really fast.
No, you're good. You're good. Take your time. Take your time.
Like items sorted together, because then you can see how many duplicates you have of something, or triplicates, or multiplied items. And it's easier to let go once you see those items all in one space together. And then it's easier to pick your favorites and know what annoys you about other ones. And then E is eliminate duplicates, and that the things you don't use, the things you don't love, and that's when you donate those items. I highly recommend Googling that for your area. This is Bloomington-Normal, and so we have a lot of great places. Yeah. Some of my favorites are the Abundant Thrift, downtown Bloomington, the Carl Bromen Resale Thrift. I'm forgetting their name. I just call them that. But and then Serendipity Mercantile and the Restore. And Restore is now taking clothes as well. So nice. They are now a one-stop shop, which I absolutely love, and I know other people in this town are going to be thrilled, and so it's easy to shop there, drop off things. But I do recommend looking up hours and what they accept wherever you're looking to go and what you have. And that's another reason I help so much. I know who takes what and like their hours, and so I just simplify it and I haul the donations away for my clients that I work with. Then there's the A, and that is assign a category and a home to everything, and that's when bins come in and products. I don't recommend any of those before you start because a lot of them end up being clutter. And
that's a good point.
Yeah. And so being specific, and that's when it's personalized to what they need. And then some of those could be a lazy Susan, some of those could be clear bins. I really like like shelf risers for going vertical and using your vertical space, utensil organizers, drawer organizers, big fan. So it is personalized. And then our relax and enjoy your new decluttered space. But also our means reevaluate over time. Like this isn't a once and done thing. This is a journey. It's not, it's a process.
Sure. Yeah. No, that sounds great. So would you say your clientele is mostly Bloomington-Normal, or do you travel as well?
Yeah, so most of my clients are Bloomington-Normal or surrounding areas. So I go up to Dwight, I've gone down to Champaign, I go to Peoria, Dunlap, Washington, Pekin. I'm trying to think where else. But yeah, like that big surrounding circle. 30 minutes is included with my services.
Okay.
Anything over that, I just charge in 15-minute increments. Okay. So I still go there. Sure. It just covers my time a little bit. Sure. So, yeah.
So what advice would you give somebody, say, you know, they don't want somebody coming into their home, or they're a little bit, how would you say it, just maybe a little like they're not ready to take that next step. What would you say to them to maybe get them to take that next step, to maybe invite them in to for you to come into their home and kind of help them, you know, organize and declutter? I know, you know, welcoming somebody in your home and showing them, you know, if they really do need help, like how to like kind of make that process a little bit easier.
Yeah. So to help with that, I do offer a free consultation. Okay. And so it can be virtual or in their home, but that way they can show me. And so sometimes on camera, that's not as, intimidating to invite somebody in. But I do offer that, and I also offer an in-home one as well. And so that I can always have a call with them and talk with them, and they can get to know my personality and what, like, my heart is really to help them and to clear clutter. And so we can have a conversation, we can email, we can text back and forth too. So, but yeah, usually when they're reaching out, they're like already know they want it. I would say most of them have hired me just because they're like, I already like you, or they went to my website and they're like, your reviews are great, and I feel like I already know you, and that means a lot to me.
Right.
And, so I don't know if that answers your question.
That works.
Yeah, I do offer that. There's no strings attached. There's obviously no judgment in what I do. Confidentiality is huge and important to me, and so I do like to take before and after pictures, but it won't include their last name or like the location I'm at or anything like that. And I always get their permission and they sign off on me being able to use it. So I really take that very seriously, and it's important to me. Okay.
Awesome. So I know that you did touch on your partnering with Habitat for Humanity. Are there any other nonprofits or any other community work that you've shared your expertise with?
Not in detail in my expertise, but I have worked with Midwest Food Bank a lot. I do enjoy volunteering there. It's so well organized, and probably why I love volunteering there. It's just a well-oiled machine, and so I've even brought Carlock Elementary School to them and did a field trip, and I've even brought them to Carlock Elementary to do the Mercy meals, and so Midwest Food Bank has always had a near and dear place to my heart. But other than like bringing my services to them, not as much.
Just curious. Yeah. No, it sounds like you're doing great work, and the Habitat for Humanity, that's awesome. Is there anything else that you would like to touch on regarding the organizing business?
No, I want people to take away the stigma of it, of letting somebody in your home. We are professionals. We are trained. We know what we're doing, and so we hire out to get our hair done. We hire out our tax services. We hire out cleaning. We hire out so many things that we can't do or aren't trained to do. And I would love for everybody else to just see professional organizing as another service, and to not have the stigma of that, if that makes sense. Like it's okay to need help, and it's okay to reach out, because we love what we do and do what we love, or at least I definitely do. So I just want people to like not be ashamed and not have guilt.
Sure.
And that's what I try to come in and help with. Like, I won't say things that make you feel guilty.
Right.
We're gonna focus on where we're at now and the progress we're making and the changes we're making. The fact that they reached out, like that is a huge first step.
Definitely.
And so I'm very proud of them. I'm like their clutter cheerleader. Like I'm cheering them on throughout the whole process. And so I just want them to not have the guilt and shame around it.
Sure. Okay. Well, awesome. So let's kind of just move into Bloomington-Normal. So you've been here, you went to Illinois State University, and you've been here ever since?
Yes.
That's correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you just want to share what you love about the community?
Yeah, so I really love that everyone wants everyone to succeed. At least I'm part of the chamber, and that is the mentality there.
Yeah.
They have resources in place, and I just think it's fantastic that we have the SBDC. You know, like all the resources that we have in this town are incredible, and I never planned on having my own business ever.
Okay.
I said I would never. So to start a business has been scary and like unknown, and so to have those supports in place and know that I could go to them was huge. Sure. And a huge reason why I've been successful and stayed in business so far. So I love that everyone is cheering you on to win, and so that is fantastic. Yeah.
Okay. And this is just, I'm curious, how many people are on your staff, or is it just you?
Oh, great question. It's just me.
Okay.
Yes,
I'm a
solopreneur, so I wear all the hats.
Okay.
I am the one doing the consultations, the intakes, going to the homes. I am the hands-on organizer that is helping through the process. I'm doing my own bookkeeping and social media and
You're doing it all.
Yeah, you name it. It's all me. So yeah.
Is there any future, or are you looking into the future for possibly hiring somebody to help with that, or are you loving doing it all on your own?
I wish I could do it all on my own, but like I am so busy. I'm booked through the end of May.
Oh wow!
And like taking a wait list for summer and basically fall, because some of my current clients are going to book more with me, and so I would love to have an independent contractor work with me. Okay. Taking on an employee scares me. Just scares me. Like I love being in charge of myself and my own schedule and less stress with just being me. So I would be interested in a contractor that could then work with my clients as well, and then we could both be on jobs and stuff like that. So it's in the, like my head is wrapping itself around that.
Sure. Yeah. So would you say when people are looking for somebody to help them with this, would you say that, like, how do they find you? Or are you maybe the only person in this town that does it? I mean, you're the first person I've heard of that does this. So
well, that's
I don't know if there's any, not that there's competition, but how would they go about finding you, or how that process works? Yeah,
so I do have a website, crystalclearhs.com. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram at Crystal Clear HS. And so those would be the best ways to find me. On my website, there is a button that says book a consult. And so that would then let people fill out a contact form and information just to get some basics, and then they can book a consultation. Okay. Right now, since I am kind of taking a wait list, I'm just accepting them and then gonna go down the line once I have availability. There is another one in town, and maybe one or two that are still in business, I believe. And then I don't know of any in like the Peoria area or anything like that. So I think that's why I go to Peoria. So. But I was happy to hear that I'm the only one you've heard of.
Yeah, you're the
social
first.
Media and website might be working.
Yeah, no, and I am thinking, how great of a resource this is for our community, with people who do struggle with clutter or who do need help with organizing, and then you getting out there and helping local nonprofits. So it's a great resource to have. So we appreciate you taking that step, starting this business.
Thank you.
So if you want to just share, I know we kind of touched on what you love about the community, but what do you like to do in the community? Where do you like to go? Where are your go-to places?
Yeah, so our go-to places are basketball gyms because my kids are in basketball and baseball fields, so we are very frequent there. But for eating out, I love Annie's Eats and
so good.
Jason's Deli. My husband is obsessed with pop-up chicken.
Yeah, that's good
so
too.
that's a main one. But otherwise, I really stay out of stores because I don't like clutter.
Sure.
So if you see me in a store, it's because I'm going in with a purpose and a plan, a tack of what I need. But other than that, like, we're out and about and busy doing, like, we're at church, we're, at the fields or the doctor because my son is injured a lot.
Oh, no, with all the sports.
Unfortunately. So,
Sure.
we're there a lot. But, I'm not as into like the concerts and like really noisy things, but I do enjoy the spas around town.
Yeah.
Like right after this, I am going to get a massage. That is my one self-care
Where are you
item.
going?
My lady is Pauline Marquez, and she has like the Art of Body Align. I might be saying that wrong. She is fantastic in true deep tissue, and so there's a shout out to her.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy that and getting a facial or something like that, but it's very spread out.
You seem like a very zen, relaxing person. You're organized.
Yeah,
So
I'm a very simple person.
Sure.
I'm a very simple down to like it doesn't take much. I do like to travel.
Okay,
but that's not as much in Bloomington-Normal.
Hey, no,
I love
that's
traveling.
fine. You can go there and bring whatever you learn back
There
here.
you go. I like that. That's smart.
But this is also, here I am, I'm just full of question because I'm kind of like an organizational declutter nerd. I love that. But when, like, not Marie Kondo, but like, do you know the ladies with the home edit? So do you think, I know they got super big there, like during COVID or whenever. Do you think that maybe that helped? Did you see any ripple effect of, that becoming larger and your clientele maybe growing?
Yeah, that is a really good question because the people that have seen that, I would say I started my business right before the pandemic.
Okay.
So,
yeah. Right.
I guess I don't know any different
True.
from that, but I would say seeing it on TV has made it more normalized.
I agree. Yes.
So, I would say with the home edit, like, I don't want people to not reach out for our services because
Sure.
like my goal is to not have people spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on product and they make it look like it just happens and it is a process.
Oh, yeah.
And but I really try to use what clients already have, and if what they already have doesn't work, then I recommend specific products for their space as to what would work and their organizing style. If they like things visual or they like things tucked away and hidden. So that's what it's not cut and dry. It's not one size fits all.
Not. I've done it. It's not.
It's definitely not. And it's trial and error too. Like try something and don't be like mad at yourself that it didn't work. Just tweak it, just change it, just try something different. But
So does the client need to be? Are they with you, actively participating?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. You are coming up with such great questions. Yes, for me, I like it to be hands-on with them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I'm the one like asking the questions and helping it move along and make progress, and so. That is very important to me that they be there, and I think what I love is that it helps them keep it maintainable, and by doing it with me, they've learned the tips and the tricks, and I'm always coaching, teaching them why I'm doing it or why I recommend what I recommend, and like they have told me, Crystal, you have no idea what you've done for me. Like once you left, I was able to go do this drawer or this cabinet or this closet that they knew they didn't plan on having me help with. And that is amazing. Like that like feeds my soul because I know that what I did was helpful to them. And they're like, you have no idea the ripple effect that you have created in me and the change for their life. And so I mean, that means that's the highest compliment. I absolutely love that.
Getting those testimonials back from those clients. I mean, that's got to give you some type of, a little bit of a rewarding feeling.
Absolutely. And I kind of say like my role in this whole process is to end up leaving and letting them take
Sure. Oh,
over.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I always want to work myself out of a job at a home. Like that is my goal.
Right.
And I want to equip them to do better, like do it and be able to sustain it on their own. So
Okay.
yeah, that's my goal. I love
Awesome.
it. Yeah.
Awesome. So I know you kind of touched on, you have a website where people can request a consultation and whatnot. You said you had Facebook and you have Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and yeah, I wanted to have you on because this just kind of goes with, the Life Multiplied, this community has the resources, has the opportunity for people. So something that maybe no one would maybe think of that, you're in town. So having you on here, I just wanted to highlight that to share, I want to get the stories out for those people who are, have a business and maybe people don't know about it or didn't know that it was around. So highlighting on this, and again, I love organizations, so this was a little special one to me. But is there anything else you'd like to add before we come to an end?
No, I think we covered it all, and I appreciate you having me on, and love that you love this, and happy to be here, and happy to let others know about this service.
Okay, well, I appreciate you coming on the Life Multiply podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. We hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to tune in to next week's episode, where we talk with local community members to learn more about Life Multiplied here in Bloomington-Normal.